And finally, new rule, white people have to find some middle ground between racists and people who see racism everywhere. Because at this point, I can't tell who's more annoying, conservatives who don't care about anyone who isn't white, or liberals who hate themselves because they are white. There's got to be some sweet spot between the PC police and the Baltimore police. Now, I don't know how we got to this place where Caucasians in America are either nonstop apologizing for the unbearable whiteness of their being, or they're Trump voters who somehow have convinced themselves that it's white folks who can't catch a break in America. 68% of Fox News viewers believe reverse racism is the bigger problem. Racism, they say? What racism? Look at all the black doctors on Grey's Anatomy. Now, these are both stupid positions, but we expect stupid from conservatives. So let me tonight talk to the liberals for a minute. Attention, Whole Food shoppers. Put the kale down. We need to have a talk, because this idea that being white automatically equals lame is getting out of hand. You know who I'm talking about, the kind of person who goes away to some exclusive vacation spot and comes back and says, "It was nice, but so many white people." The kind of person who watched the Super Bowl halftime show and tweeted some version of Coldplay just made me sad to be white. Why? Because they're super successful at a job you'd give your left nut to do? I know you're trying to demonstrate to minorities that you're a sympathetic ally by dumping on your own whiteness, but most minority folks could give a shit. They think it's ridiculous, you pretending you're making a difference when you're just making yourself feel better. It's so white. It reminds me of how in the 90s, liberals attacked the Seinfeld show because all 4 characters were white. But I don't remember any black people caring about it. They just watched Martin instead. Cut to 2016, and social justice warriors are doing the same thing with HBO's Girls. All her friends are white. Well, I know a lot of white people, too. There's just so many in this country. But, hey, the person I have gotten high with the most in my whole life, and that's saying a lot, is this hard gangsta bestie of mine. Do I get points for that? Or am I furthering the stereotype that black folks smoke too much weed? For the record, they don't. I believe they smoke just the right amount. Did you hear that Bernie Sanders said the word ghetto last month and had to spend a whole week explaining that he didn't mean it in a good way? Or a bad way? Or whatever way we're not allowed to mean it? The iPhone has Surrey in it. They should make one just for white people with an app called Sorry. Watch any sitcom, commercial, movie comedy. The go-to punchline is always the tight ass, limp dick, docker wearing, tiny penis, bland food eating white guy. White men can't jump, they can't dance, they can't fuck. Really? Even this guy? He's 90 and he still does all of them. And look, I'm not saying being a white male doesn't have its privileges. Of course it does. I'm just saying constantly crapping on yourself doesn't fix anything. It's a perverse sort of narcissism. The more you hate on your own whiteness, the better person you are. I hear it all the time. Check your white male privilege. Okay, you're right. I'm very privileged. I checked. Now what? Should I tweet an apology to Kendrick Lamar while I lop off my cock? I'm sure that would help because Bruce Jenner was a boob even among Kardashians, but now he has boobs, so she's Rosa Parks. I'm not saying transgender isn't an issue either, or that where people go to the bathroom in public doesn't matter, but come on, it's easily solved. If you look like a woman, use the woman's room. If you look like a man, use the men's room. If you're a bearded dude in a dress, hold it until you get home.